This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so 50 Cent tells Finesse2Tymes. Now, Finesse and his mom are going back and forth. The mom is like complaining that Finesse2Tymes isn't paying her bills anymore and all this other stuff. She's like, I pushed you out. Don't be disrespectful. Pay my bills, all this stuff, right? So, of course, 50 Cent reacted and said, hey, Finesse, you look like your mama, man. Just call her. I said, what the F do you do when that happens? Nothing. Look at her and say, you want some of this money or not? Stay your ass off the phone, ma. Who showed you how to make a video anyways? Finesse2Tymes, please don't say nothing crazy. And then Finesse responds, at 50 Cent, when you call Marquise, I'll call her. Yeah, 50 Cent shouldn't have been speaking about that because 50 Cent has his own issues with his son, which is crazy. That's your son, you know? That's your son. He should have just like kind of responded respectfully and said, hey, you know, I wish we could have a better relationship, but, you know, me and his mom don't get along and it gets personal and he's been kind of brainwashed. And that's that. You don't have to like go attack your son personally, but he used to. And he still does when he gets a chance. And it's that's really distasteful to me. Now, Finesse2Tymes' mother, expecting her son to take care of her and then calling him out when he doesn't. Here's the thing. I bet that she became entitled and started asking for too much. And he kind of withdrew. And sometimes you just got to stop. You know, like we all have family members that, you know, want too much from you. You know, and when people are given things, they don't understand the value of that thing. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. That's in my family, okay? But I might just say, at one point, you just look at it and you're like, geez, you know, it's like nothing will make this person completely happy, you know, because then they won't do certain things that they should be doing for you because you've done so much for them and you didn't really have to. You didn't really have to, you know, so that's the weird thing about family. Kendrick Lamar has lost, this is just a statistic from, obviously academics put this out. He says it has lost almost 1 billion listeners and counting. Well, that's because the hype is over, you know. Plus, we do know that these labels do throw in extra stuff, you know. But they do the same thing for Drake, too, okay? So, Drake has kind of been steady the past couple years at the same level, around 80 million listeners. Kendrick Lamar's back to that level. Him and Drake are pretty much neck and neck. They both offer two totally different things. Now, Drake is turning up the heat in this battle with UMG. He mentioned a guy named Kojo on one of his diss tracks to Kendrick. Kojo is somebody who used to work as a senior director of digital marketing for Interscope in UMG. Now, supposedly, Kojo was hired by Kendrick's team directly, and they're claiming that Kojo had something to do with botting. So he will be subpoenaed at the UMG case. So we'll see what happens here. I've never seen somebody beat a label before. I don't think Drake's going to be able to beat the label. We heard recently Birdman talking to academics had him on the phone, and he was like, yeah, Drake's going to be the next Lucian. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe not. The way he runs OVO, I would say no, because he didn't really build it up to be a label yet. Like, he puts out a couple acts, they do well, but it's not like full-on careers coming out of there. You know, he hasn't had his own Drake or Nicki, you know? And until that happens, he's had success, but he hasn't had his own Drake or Nicki. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But, anyways, that's going on. We still got Big Meech. Now this is real. He really did do a credit commercial. He's doing commercials online. Then we got Christina Coram secures major legal win in Diddy case. She got removed from 7 cases in New York City. They confirmed that she's removed from the case. It's like a civil case. Evidence showing she did not begin working for Diddy until 2013. So she wouldn't even be involved in a lot of these cases, and that's the reason why she was removed. So, is it a win? It's just proving something. Ace Hood's on making his comeback. If you go to China Sound, he drops a freestyle there, and he outs some of the troubles he had in the past, as far as like his struggles with being on the We the Best and everything. Cardi B tells fans to get information after news hit of her new sampling of Hove song that's going to be dropping soon. Her album's supposedly going to drop in like 5 weeks. We'll see. Chris Brown says you'll never see him perform at the Super Bowl because he'd rather be where he is welcome. I hear that. And we got Rowdy Rebel. Okay, so he's facing major charges in L.A. because supposedly he really did get caught with a gun. I mean, that's what I'm hearing, okay? And so we'll still have to say allegedly, but he was arrested. We know that. So, and he can't be arrested. He's still on probation. He's still on probation. You can't... He's going to go back to jail for sure, pretty much. I mean, it's almost guaranteed. Both him and Rowdy Rebel have done nothing since they've come home. Nothing. You would think they would have got to work. They just were relaxing, man. It's a vacation for them. They don't care. Isn't that weird? So I guess he might have to go back to jail for a couple of years. Let's see. What do they say? Trying to find the exact article. It says Rowdy Rebel has reportedly been arrested in L.A. for possession of a gun, convicted felon, while on parole. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Russell Simmons, we already got to him. Woody recalls Boosie being a snitch. What? Boosie. I don't think Boosie's going to be able to get out of trouble. He's going to have to do a couple years himself. What's her name? Shakari. She issued an apology to Christian Coleman following the airport incident. She said, I apologize to Christian. He came into my life, gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding and unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past. Due to my past trauma and pain, I was blind, blocked. Yeah, okay. Run! She said she's sorry, but your past trauma, she ain't healable, man. She's not healable. Some people are not healable, man. It's just it is what it is. I'll just leave it there, man. We don't want to hear Shakari talking about this. It's just a lot of lies. Lies. I think that's about it, man. I guess I'll just check you guys in the next video. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And also, I will be running ads, jordantowermedia at gmail.com if you want to run ads on the channel. Got an affordable rate for up-and-coming artists or up-and-coming, businesses. Just hit me up, and we'll work something out. Doing that for the next 30 days. I'm only accepting about 4 or 5 clients. So let me know. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.